Hi Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your June 16th to the 30th, 2025 reading for you. Now I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Virgo, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Oh, goodness. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and spirit guides. Let's see. Okay, fantastic. Give me a moment to take it all in. All right. At the heart of it all is the Five of Swords. Okay, so what's really interesting here is that you're coming out of a very difficult situation, in a situation where you would have once upon a time responded to everything so differently than you're going to be responding to it now. But it's a bit of a headache, a bit of an overwhelm, a bit of a like, oh my gosh, I don't want to be in this situation. Like, why am I being put in this situation again? But your entire being, like, I would say that 5 years, yeah, but like 7 years, you're a whole new person, right? Type of thing, like cellular change and everything like that. So here, there's something that would have happened, but it happened when you were a different person. I keep on hearing you were a different person then, but now you have changed and you're going to be being given this knowledge, this understanding, this power that you're like, oh, I didn't look at it like that, or I didn't see it like that before. And that's going to be very inspiring for you. And Spirit is saying, like, stop, listen first, and then react, because your instant reaction is going to be from the past, and yet you are a completely different person. Now, I don't know if it's because it has been so long, it's kind of like the cells have changed type of thing, or there's also the sense of like going through this awakening, going through a deeper understanding, but there's this dying away of the old self, rebirth of the new, that's definitely coming in. And now the challenge is the King of Pentacles. Okay, so you are represented by the Pentacles in the minor arcana, right? And so the challenge is going to be you, first of all, so you can get in your own way during the last half of June. Do be mindful about this. But also the sense of seeing yourself as successful. Somebody labeled you once upon a time as not successful. However they said that, however that was conveyed to you, it stuck. It was like either, oh, you're not the smart one, right? You're not the successful one. Or, oh my gosh, they're not this person in class. That person always got the extra points and you didn't, no matter how hard you worked. So here, it's something like that that has stuck. Now, it might have been something way more obvious when, you know, a parent tells you, oh, you'll never be successful, or never measure up, or something to that effect. But I do see it also as something blunt coming forward in that way, something cruel coming forward in that way, but also it being reiterated in these very subtle little ways that people didn't quite understand, or even if they did understand, that's the way they talked. Like that's the way they were communicated to when they were little. And so that's the way they communicated. And it made you doubt that you could be a king. Stop doubting that you can be a king, Virgo. You are meant to be a king. Doesn't mean that you're meant to have a throne and own a country, because that's weird, but it means that you are meant to walk forward in prosperity, in success, in bounty, and in abundance. And, hold your head up high with what you do. It doesn't matter what it is. Do it with pride, but also it does matter if we do something that is very negative energy. So do be mindful about that. We always want to walk in gentleness, in kindness, and in love. That is so important to this world. Where we need to focus. This is the Four of Wands. So this can be getting a new job, right? This can be a celebration of some sort, like moving house, all this stuff. And those are big ticket items that the Four of Wands represents. But how many times do we have big ticket items happen, It does ring true for some, but not all the time. What we're going to see here with the Four of Wands, it's like, do you know how to celebrate? How to celebrate each day, how to celebrate being here, how to celebrate you, how to celebrate your talents, how to celebrate what you love. And it is reacquainting yourself with how spectacular you actually are, with the king that you are. It doesn't matter how you identify yourself. It's king energy coming forward, which is the energy of like, nobody's going to mess with me, right? I'm a king. I deserve to stand here. I deserve to be here, and I'm not going to apologize. But it's wrapping that with love and compassion and a grace of being that brings forward this gentle assuredness that is very rare in the world, period. And it's learning how to celebrate ourselves and how to celebrate the things that we love, whether they be, climbing a mountain or knitting a sweater, whether it be, teaching somebody their ABCs or, doing advanced physics. It doesn't really matter. It matters that it brings you joy, and it's celebrating that knowledge within you. And it brings us then to the energy that's now leaving us. And this is the King of Wands. There's a fire to us, okay? So you've noticed that. A bit of a temper, a bit of a fire. I don't mean to say temper, and that gets people upset. But when fire sign energy comes out, it does come with a bit of a temper to it. It comes with a bit of a spiciness to it. It comes with like ooh, okay, we could have said that nicer type of thing, and we'll realize that later. But it's almost like, well, I just needed to say it, right? It just needed to get done. And fire has a tendency to take over. Fire scorches earth. And so here, we just have to be mindful about that, especially if we're born on the cusp with Leo, if we have fire sign energy in our chart. Fire scorches earth. And so fire, even our own passion, when left unchecked, scorches. It scars us in one way or another. We can tend to go too hard into things, right? And then it hurts our body, right? We can be sore and achy or just like overwhelmed. So being mindful about this is going to be a really good thing. There is also going to be an energy around you, somebody around you who was like, well, you just have to be more assertive. You have to be more like the lion. You have to go after what it is that you want. This person was giving you advice that they would never have taken themselves. So just be mindful about this. This person was really good at talking, really good at being passionate in what they say, but they were really bad on acting on anything. So do be mindful about this as well. And that person can either be like out of your life, or that their suggestions, their knowledge is not going to be quite as listened to as it once was, because you're like, wow, you don't know what you're talking about. So that's going to be a big thing here with the King of Wands. But there was also a time where like you needed to get angry, right? You needed to stir the pot a bit. And now that energy is like, no, I don't need to, right? It doesn't need to be a barn fire. It needs to be a hearth fire. Right? It needs to be the fire at the center of your home, the center of yourself. It moves us then to your strength. Beneath the, as my great grandma would say, like, and the sun shines, and the joy comes in, and the happiness comes forward, and the sun. The sun is the happiest card in the whole entire deck. And it is speaking to your heart, it's speaking to your soul, it's speaking to yourself, it is embracing your love, and it is saying, I am letting myself shine. I am letting my fire move me forward, not consume me. That's the difference. This is what brings me joy, warmth, laughter, happiness. This is what makes your eyes sparkle. You see people who have sparkling eyes, who are just really loving their life, being in the moment, being centered in who they are. And that's what you're doing here. You're aligning yourself to celebrate you. And people will get it and people will not get it. People will be like, oh, that's so stupid. That's fine. That's their opinion. They can have it. But you know what? People secretly wish to be happy. And if we can be happy within our hearts and ourselves and our souls, then like we've already won. Like that's huge. It moves us then to the near future. And this is the Seven of Swords. You're kind of sussing out the liars here. You really are. You're like, you know what? I can smell BS, and you can. And that's going to be really cool. So here, it does mean that you could be entering into kind of like a den of thieves type of thing. It can be that there is energy around you where like not everybody is trustworthy, and that's fine. We're not meant to trust everybody. But what you're going to see is that you are really listening to that voice, that raven, right? That is guiding you, is moving you forward, that is helping you to understand. There's going to be an inner voice within you that's going to be showing you how to, I'm just seeing like pulling back the bow, pulling back the knowledge that is needed and then letting it fly forward. And there's going to be a real sense of an illumination of darkness, of doubt, of fear, of I can't, that is now turning into I can do this. And it moves us then to the advice. And this is the Magician. As above, so below. As you believe it, so it becomes. Be very mindful. Be very, very mindful of what you are consuming. Okay? Physically, right? What we're eating, what we're drinking, but also what you're consuming between your ears, right? The knowledge that you're consuming, the media that you're consuming, the people that you're talking with, all right? The Magician is as above, so below. As I believe it, so it becomes. A lot of times we poo-poo our own thoughts or we drown out our thoughts. There's so many things that we can play in our ears now that we never even have to listen. And Spirit really, especially during the last half of June, is all about the listening. It's all about the connecting. It's all about the deeper understanding. And with the Magician, you are learning to stand before the altar of your existence and claim your magic, claim your power, claim what it is that you want, but also say to a lot of things, no, I don't want that. That's not me. That's not where I want to be. And we can be kind of a little bit hesitant because we can be like, oh, I'm going to be mocked, but let them mock you. Like, let those who do not understand. That's fine. Now it is time to move forward in your power. And it brings us then to the environment that you are in during the last half of June. And it's the environment of the Death card, which sounds spooky, right? It's like, ooh, that's scary. It's one of the best cards in the deck. It is the dying away of the old self, the rebirth of the new. It is transformative. It's like as you step into your magic, it's kind of like when Cinderella transforms, right? From the scullery maid into this princess. It is that magic around us that is transforming us, that is guiding us forward, that is having us look at things in such a different way. Now, this is also strong Scorpio energy. So time frame is October 23rd to November 21st. That can be a very positive and will most likely be a very positive time frame for you here, Virgo. But you're going to see yourself transforming. You're going to see yourself looking at things differently. You're going to see yourself looking at you differently. And then it brings you to your hopes and your fears, and it's the Nine of Cups. And the Nine of Cups is just spectacular because the Nine of Cups is happiness. It is success. It is a wish being granted. The fear is that it will always be a wish and it will never be granted. You will never have success. And you're being very fatalistic to yourself. It's like all or nothing. Stop being so harsh on yourself. Start loving yourself and taking care of yourself the way that you would a small injured animal that you found in the woods, right? A way that you would that is like, I love you and I'm connecting with you and I'm going to be here for you. And start showing yourself that grace. Start showing yourself that kindness, and let yourself move forward in that love because that's what you need. It's not, you're going to think like, I need tough love, right? I need somebody to give me a kick in the tush and just push me forward, type of thing and kick me out into the world. Like you've had enough of that. You've had enough of that. This is much more gentle. This is much more centered, calm, loving, compassionate. And that's what you need, Virgo. okay? You don't realize how sensitive you are. And it's not sensitive in a bad way, believe me. Like, I am one of the most sensitive people ever. And it's not an insult to be sensitive. It is an insult not to be able to be in the world, right? Because everything is too much. But to be able to feel the world, to be able to see the world, when most people are just completely oblivious to it, that is a gift. That is a gift that many people do not have. Utilize it, see it, okay? Embrace it. You are ruled by Mercury. You are ruled by communication, deeper understanding. That's your bread and butter. That's what you love. Embrace it. Embrace you. It moves us then to the outcome, which is the Queen of Wands. Now, what I love is that you have the King and the Queen of Wands here. So there's a soulmate connection, true love connection coming through passion, through creativity, not through the masculine way of passion and creativity, the feminine way of passion and creativity, okay? So what this means is this is through nurturing, this is through love, this is through kind of building and growing and taking care of. That's going to be the way that you thrive. But because our world, we're so conditioned of like, you have to just, it's kind of like a force. You just have to go and grab it. You have to go after what it is that you want. And the gentleness is usually ignored. We can ignore this part of ourselves. And when we ignore this part of ourselves, we're really ignoring a blessing coming forward, because we need the fierceness and the softness to come together. And that's going to be very important here. Now, yes, these are stereotypical gender roles and not everybody falls into them. Totally get that. But when we see a queen come forward, a queen creates and cultivates. However you create and cultivate. I'm not saying you have to create and cultivate a certain way, but that is going to be your talent for the last half of June. Creation, cultivation, magic, okay? Whether you believe in magic or not, whether you see a transformative energy or not within you, there is this transformative energy that is going to be making itself known around you, and embracing that is going to be thrilling. It's going to be beautiful, okay? If you are looking to meet a person, okay, romantically, friendship-wise, they need to be a little sassy, okay? They need to have a little bit of I just see a snark and a spice to them. Not mean, but they have this zest for life that's just going to attract you. It's kind of like, mayonnaise is nice. Like, mayonnaise is great. I love dipping my fries into mayonnaise. I know, super healthy, right? But this is like squirting lime on things. It just gives it a zest and a life and a passion. So here, that's going to be the energy that's coming forward. Okay, so let's see here what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. This is the Meadowlark, and it's a smile. You will soon experience a wonderful journey of inner discovery. And we can see that you're on this, but it's also when the Meadowlark comes in, it's like smile, you're going to realize it. You're going to start to see it within yourself. And that's going to give you the sense of like, oh, I can do this. Like, I've got this. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and Spirit guides. Listening. What did Spirit say? Like, this is your superpower. Ruled by Mercury, listening has been coming forward time and time again during the last half of June. And it is no surprise that it comes forward for you here, Virgo. Listen, take it in, quiet, center yourself, okay? Take the earbuds out of your ears and listen. It'll be uncomfortable at first, but it is going to be so empowering, so emboldening, so beautiful, as you do it more and more. And people are going to really sit there and be like, well, how did you know this? How did you see this? How did you understand this? Because you listened. People are stories. We are simply stories. And we need to tell these stories to people. We need to be heard. We need to be seen. And in a world that wants everybody to be just the same, keep on going, stop complaining type of thing, we don't see, we don't hear. And that is a tragedy. And so here, with the throat chakra coming forward, saying, listen, that is transformative. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of for the last half of June. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. It's the Three of Swords. you have been through heartbreak and pain and disappointment. And there was this type of energy that is around you where it's like, I will not be hurt again, right? I will not be taken advantage of. I will not, have this pain. Like I can outrun it, or I can, make it not happen. Pain is a part of life, as much as we don't want to hear it. And the Three of Swords is embracing a healing, is embracing a compassion, is embracing a love. It's not fixing it. You can't fix things, okay? You can fix some things, but not the weathering away of time, type of thing. And it's showing yourself compassion and love. It's not buck it up, okay? You've bucked it up before. It's let me be kind. Let me be compassionate. Let me be graceful to myself. And let me see how the heart opens. And let me see how love transforms. And it moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And that is the Wren. And it says, be bold and confident. Use all your resources to create your dreams. Because it's time. It's time for you to take the reins and say, but this is what I want. And it's not what everybody else is demanding from you. It moves us then to the throat chakra. Not the third chakra. It moves us into the chakra. This is the third chakra. This is the crown chakra. Crown yourself with peace. Crown yourself with quiet. Crown yourself with love. Let yourself connect. It moves us then to the subconscious energy to be mindful of. And this is the Seven of Wands. This is, I always have to be on guard. I always have to fight, because when I don't, the pain comes. And Spirit is saying here, stop. Stop. You do not always have to fight. It is exhausting to live in that energy. And so many people, day in, day out, this is where they exist. This is more common than it isn't to exist in this energy. And if you've stumbled across this channel, if you've been here for a while, you know that we're not about being like everybody else. We are about letting love, letting creativity, letting the beauty of soul move us forward. And to move forward in a gentle way, in a compassionate way, in a way that promotes beauty of being. And it moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is Temperance. Temperance is ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter is the greatness maker, right? Jupiter is the name for Zeus in the Roman pantheon. Jupiter is greatness. And so here, at the very essence of ourselves, is greatness. And what you're going to see is that temperance, balance, comes in. And as we balance ourselves and let ourselves connect with the angels that are around us, with the angels that are guiding us, we find a harmony, an insight, a greater understanding. The Death card, all right? If we go to the ancient ruler of Scorpio, that's Mars. Not Pluto, but Mars. And so here, there can be a fight to transformation, right? A fight to rebirth or to birth. And that makes sense, like if we look at the cycle of life. And so what we're going to see here is that there is a greatness in our battle, but our battle is about creation of self and soul. It is not about the conquering and the tumbling of cities, right? It's not about taking over and taking charge. It is about going into yourself and seeing yourself, and you take charge of you, and then no one else will ever own you. No one else will ever have that power. You now have all the power, and that is extraordinary. All right, Virgo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of yourself. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony. Virgo, may blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed last half of June. Bye.